There we go. All right. Welcome to Two Gays and Jays podcast with your hosts, Shorty and Maddie. They're currently,
I'm Shorty.
Yeah. They're currently... Shorty's laying in front of the heater. I don't know where Maddie went.
She's over there somewhere.
Gay voice number one.
Gay voice number two. I forgot what we were doing. I just spit everywhere, too.
My rant of the week this week. I feel like rants are going to start coming from a gym perspective now because we're there all the time. That's
all we do.
Literally all I do.
We're
work
there for like
home,
3 hours.
Gym, home, sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I like it.
Yeah.
Keeps me out of trouble.
Yeah, it's exhausting, but anyway, so my rant of the week this week is going to be about this girl. First of all, let me just preface this by saying, please stop using the machines incorrectly. And what I mean by that is, if there is a leg extension machine, and by leg extension it's a machine where you sit in it, for those of you who don't know, you put your legs underneath and you lift up, okay? It's basically working your quads, all right? Well, this girl, she had her body like in where the pad is where you put your feet, and she was using her hips to lift up the part where you're supposed to actually use your legs to lift it up. Now, this is commonly done on like with a barbell where you lay down and you put the
bench press miss.
The Smith machine.
Yes.
So you put the barbell on your hips and then you lift up. I get it. I understand. But the leg extension machine is fucking used for leg extensions.
I've never seen somebody use
Or did you see that guy today? Listen, if you want to do one-legged deadlifts, okay? Dumbbell deadlifts.
Yeah.
Perfect. This guy had a plate under his foot. He had one of those barbells to the sides.
It was 2 plates, wasn't it?
And he was using it for support. Okay, well, first of all, like, I just can't stand when people overcomplicate exercises. To me, personally, in just my experience of playing basketball and, like, weightlifting in college and things like that, you keep it simple. You don't do stupid shit. I don't know. I just hate when people overcomplicate things. It really irritates me.
You wonder where they get the workouts from.
Or you got to see the guy who fights the machines.
I did, finally.
What, did you see him go through each little thing?
He was, like, karate chopping everything and, like, dancing around it. And it was just... And then he was doing some, like thing where he, like, put his arms up and he kicked his foot.
I don't understand.
Yeah, it was... I was just on the treadmill like, this is great. This is better than all the TV I did.
So please, for future reference, please just use the machines as is. Don't overcomplicate things.
I put my nose...
You put your nose.
I put my hand down and I landed right on her nose.
Maddie's next to her. She's guest appearing on this. Okay, so today... Okay. There she is. Hi, Maddie. Oh, hi, Maddie.
Hi, Maddie. This is my girlfriend.
For those of you who are listening on Spotify or Google or Anchor, we are going to put this episode on YouTube as well. So you'll get to see Maddie because she's in the thing right
girlfriend.
now.
Huh? You my girlfriend?
All right, we're going to talk about... We're actually going to talk about 2 different things in this episode. We're going to talk about Dwayne Wade, his daughter Zaya, and Little Boozy, the comments that Little Boozy was saying. And then, just very briefly, we had one of our listeners reach out to us and kind of send us an article about Pete Buttigieg?
I have no idea.
He's not gay enough.
Right.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah,
I read the article. Did you read it? Probably not.
No,
okay.
I did. I read it. I did.
All right. Well, we're just going to talk about it from our perspective. We could talk about it from our perspective. Okay. I'm not here to speak for any other group except the gays. Okay?
Right
the gays.
These
That's
two
it.
guys right here.
The gays.
This is it.
That's it.
The only people that matter.
Yeah. These 2 people right here.
Right here.
All right, so first thing we're going to talk about is Lil Boozy coming for Dwayne Wade. And then, did you know that Planet Fitness kicked him out?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll talk about what he said initially. So Lil Boozy, for those of you who don't know, I still don't know, apparently he's a rapper. The kids listen to him. My students listen to him. I couldn't tell you the name of one of his
I don't
songs.
like any of his music, so.
Okay, but you have heard of him before?
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
see, I've only heard of him through my students.
Yeah.
He went on his Instagram and made a video telling Dwayne Wade that Zaya is a boy, don't cut his dick off, don't let him cut his dick off, he's only 13, he can't be making that kind of life decision, and repeatedly kept saying, don't cut his dick off. And my initial reaction to that was, okay, dude, you go by fucking Little Boozy, not fucking Torrance Hatch, which is your government official name. And in fact, you should go by Flava Flav, because you look more like Flava Flav than Flava Flav looks like Flava Flav. Okay?
Fun fact, I was Flava Flav for a dress up we had in high school.
I like
I
that.
just walked around all day just going, Flava Flav.
Stupid. Have you seen him? He looks like Flava Flav more than Flava Flav looks like Flava Flav. I can't even handle it.
Flava Flav. Say
Flava
that
Flav.
5 times fast.
Flav, 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 Flav,
Nope.
Flav, Flav, Flav. Alright, so that was my first thing. Listen, Dwayne Wade never said anything about Zaya getting gender reassignment surgery. In fact, it's not legal for a child to do it unless they have parental consent. And even then, parents still have to jump through hoops to get kids started on hormone blockers.
You gotta go through a whole, even as an adult, you gotta go through a lot.
You gotta go through, see, personally, when I had an experience with thinking that I might have been transgender, I first went to my gyno, and my gyno actually went over the complications with getting on testosterone. And then she said, you know, I can't just give you testosterone. You're going to have to go to counseling for 6 months to a year, depending on what that counselor or psychiatrist, what they determine is a good enough amount to determine that you are in fact transgender. Because you have to go through a whole thing.
It's basically like a test.
So there's a whole bunch of ignorance that lies through people that don't fully understand Dwayne Wade's daughter in that regard. And another thing that kind of struck my nerve was when you are transitioning from male to female, they don't cut your dick off. They invert it to create a hole. Like, I mean, I know it's funny. It's a little weird to talk, but I just don't like when people are ignorant about the topic.
No, I get it.
Learn about it, please.
I get it.
So, then he posted another video talking about how he got kicked out of Planet Fitness, and my first reaction was, aren't you a fucking rapper? Like,
why you
we
going to
can
Planet
barely
Fitness,
afford Planet
right?
Fitness. You're a millionaire.
Well,
I mean, he makes money. But then
that doesn't mean
he
that
washes
still
his
has
booty with Versace. I've seen it today.
That doesn't mean he has that money.
Right, but he's got more than fucking Planet Fitness money.
Apparently not. Why else would you be going to Planet Fitness?
But then he was like, that place got roaches anyway. I ain't going in there. But
yeah,
you
I'm
were
sure
going
his house
there?
does too.
You were going there though, bro? So my whole thing is, you need to learn about things before you just go
And good on Planet
spewing
Fitness.
out. Yeah,
No
the manager was gay and said your
no.
bigotry and hatred doesn't belong in here, and I completely agree.
Yeah.
It's just like anybody else owning their private business. I mean, you can refuse service to anyone you feel, and fucking Planet Fitness has a whole thing on their wall.
Yeah, I mean it's
no
literally,
judgment zone.
Yeah, it's literally you cannot. Not there.
No, anywhere else. So, the whole idea of like just the ignorance and the misinformation that people seem to have on this topic is really infuriating to me, because and then other people are saying, well, Dwayne Wade shouldn't have gone public with it. It's kind of hard not to do that when Dwayne Wade is in the public spotlight like that, and he's married to a famous actress, and then they post a picture of the family. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and not only that, but like good on him, because the amount of transgender people that were killed murdered last year. The fact that
I think
he's
it's
somebody,
like 1 in every 8, especially from female to or male to female.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and if they're black.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's even worse.
That's
mm-hmm.
even worse. So he had a responsibility as a father and also a responsibility as someone that's in the public eye as much as he is
Mm-hmm.
to do what he did, to go public, because I mean that's the only way we're going to change the stigmatism with transgender people is if more people like Dwayne and his wife Gabrielle Union, and even her brother.
Yeah.
Her
Zaire?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know their names. But
Yeah, I only know Zaire and Zaya, obviously.
Zaya.
But
Yeah.
no, Zaire came to her defense and, said, you guys need to get your facts straight. And I completely agree. I mean, nobody said that, hey, this 13-year-old is going to go through gender reassignment surgery. No one said that. Mm-hmm. Just because you want to be referred to as something else, people do that shit all the time, especially you SoundCloud rappers out there. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, you want to go by
Lil Boozy,
Lil Baby and
Da Baby.
Da Baby,
I mean,
and
don't hate on Da Baby because
I'm gonna hate on Da Baby because
I like Da Baby.
Fair enough, but I'm just saying, like
you're going
by you want to be respected as that person, that other person that you're going by.
Yeah.
So why can't a third that has nothing? And people are like, my favorite line when things like this pop up is, yo, just admit that he's gay. And it's like, those are two different. You're talking about sexuality and gender.
But people don't understand the difference because they're not educated.
Right. And I mean, you can probably agree with me on this. We're not the most educated on transgender issues.
Oh, absolutely no. I have to be really careful because I don't want to ever offend anybody when it comes to transgender. I honestly I don't know enough. But I've also only ever known one transgender person, and I don't even know him personally. I used to work with him.
Female to male or male to female?
Female to male.
Okay.
And he...
didn't you show me him before?
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
We're friends on social media, but I don't know him. I don't know...
Yeah, you don't know his story? Do you know his story at all?
No.
What he had to go through to get to where he's at, kind of?
No, I don't know. I don't know any of that. We weren't close. We didn't talk or anything. We just worked together.
Yeah.
So, that's the only person I've ever been around. But even when I was around him, he was a her, and she was a lesbian. She wasn't.
I think that's how it starts because, see, my situation was kind of backwards. It was, I look this way, I feel like I'm born in the wrong body, and then it was kind of like, no, I'm just gay. That's my own personal journey, and not everybody's is like that. Most journeys are like that, like the person that where it's like, maybe I'm gay, right? And then they try it out, and then they're like, no, this really has nothing to do with who I'm attracted to. It has everything to do with my body. Yeah. So I hate when people kind of merge those two together because they're completely different.
Yeah.
Zaya is not gay. I mean, maybe she is. Maybe she'll be into women when she gets older. Yeah. But in the same sense, she feels like she was born in the wrong body. And who are we to tell her no? And it might not even be as deep as that. I mean, maybe she just wants to be referred to as Zaya, she, and her.
Yeah.
And what is the big deal? That's my whole argument is, what is the big fucking deal? We want to be referred to.
People. We've talked about this so many times. People do not like change. They do not like things they don't understand. Because if it's scary in this society, if it's scary, our first reaction is to lash out, to become angry about something we don't understand. I personally, when I don't understand something, I get frustrated. So, I get it, but there are people out there that they don't understand something, they're not knowledgeable, they, become...
Well, and, at the end of the...
attack.
At the end of the day, it's, none of our fucking business.
Exactly.
Right.
I think that's point business.
I think that's point number one. That should just
take
top.
Yeah. Just mind your fucking business.
And then we were talking before we started recording was, people were asking why Dwayne wanted to go public. You know what I mean? Like, they were like, dude, you should have kept this, quiet until Zaya was 18 and yada, 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 yada. And I was telling Kaylee before, it's like, do you not realize that they posted a photo that already got people talking because Zaya was in a crop top, had her nails done.
We talked about it.
We talked about it earlier on the podcast because one of my coworkers, and it's funny because that same coworker now, we talked about this again because I said, did you hear about Lil Boozy, whatever, and she told me yeah, and she was the first person to say, it's nobody's business, and I was like, wow. That actually surprised me because, she was so against him wearing girls' clothes. Mm-hmm. So, Maddie, you need to stop licking. Maddie, I'm going to fight her. I just, does anybody else get annoyed when their dog just repeatedly makes the licking noise? It's like all I can hear in my... Stop
The shorty looked back at you like, bitch.
I know. So,
let me see you shake that ass. Shake that ass.
Throw that ass in a circle.
Sorry, I was
no,
TikTok moment.
We were talking about how athletes, why we thought he had to kind of be public about it. Also because,
listen, he's in a position where he is, first of all, he's a man. So that right there,
the black man,
that he's a black man, and not only that, but he's one of the greatest basketball players. He'll go into the Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. He's married to someone who's also very well known, an actress, a model, someone that's in the public eye. Mm-hmm. They were in a position where they knew, based on their platform, we could do a lot of good, not only for their daughter, but also for people that are like their daughter. And I'm sure they probably sat down with her to discuss about going public with it. Mm-hmm. To see if she could handle it.
Yep.
That's probably something that they did, and she probably wanted to because she, like them, knew that they were in a position that they could affect other people. Especially with him being an athlete.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In
it's
a black athlete.
It's kind of it's absolutely taboo.
It is.
I mean, and it's sad, and I think it's getting a little bit better, but still not really even though. I mean, I know of like. I only know of that one gay football player, openly gay football player, and he dates that really cute little like.
Yeah, I mean, in the women's sport, it's a lot.
Yeah,
more
accepted.
Welcome. Yeah.
But men's
no, it's still the whole. No.
You gotta be a man.
Yeah, no, you can't. Because men are worried about the locker room, and if it's a contact sport, they're worried about
touching
stupid stuff. Yeah, stuff that doesn't fucking happen.
So stupid.
Like just because we're gay does not automatically mean that we're like attracted to you. Like, I'm not attracted to every single woman I see. No. But, like, it's funny when people...
it's very rare that we're attracted to people that
we see. When we walk into the locker room, you'll, like, see some
God.
girls that will, like, go and change. Like, they see us walk in and then they'll like, go and change in the changing rooms instead of just changing out where everybody else is changing. And it's like, bitch, I ain't looking at you.
Sure ain't.
We don't care. These guys, these gay men, if they are playing sports, they're not copping a feel while they're playing.
No.
They're not. Just because they're gay doesn't mean that they're attracted to you.
No, and in the instance of Zaya, it's like, again, she's transgender. She is not... This has nothing to do with sexuality, Right. And I just get so irritated when that's... if Lil Boozy said it too, like, if he's gay, then just say he's gay. Like, that's all right if he's gay. Like... What do you mean? I'm glad you gave everybody permission that that's okay that somebody can be gay. And, bottom line is, you're coming for a 13-year-old kid. At the end of the day, that's who you're talking about. You're talking about a 13-year-old kid. Just shut the fuck up. Right. Just mind your business.
Exactly.
I don't understand. again, you want to go by Little Boozy and have people call you Little Boozy and be referred to as Little Boozy, then guess the fuck what? Zaya can go by Zaya and her and she. And nobody has a problem with it. Nobody. I saw so much hate. It made me sick.
I can't look at that stuff. It makes me too upset.
No, and it would take me years to just go after every single one of them. Just start arguing with them. It's not even worth it. Maddie, she licks her paws.
Oh, is that what she's doing?
Yeah, I think the problem is it's really dry. She gets
Dry skin.
yeah, and so she licks her paws a lot. Sorry, Kaylee got ADHD and was paying attention to Maddie. So
No, I really didn't.
it's cool.
I have ADHD. It's so
and
bad.
squirrel.
It's so bad.
So yeah, bottom line, do your research before you sit there and try to spew any sort of knowledge and any sort of thing on something that you're not really knowledgeable about. That's all I gotta say. You tired?
Oh man, the gym killed me today.
I took a nap.
Oh, and then I'm pretty sure number 2 came in as I was leaving.
Here we go.
It was upsetting.
And you didn't talk to her?
I don't know if it was her or not.
Mm.
I think it was, but she had a hat on, and we like almost ran into each other. And then like she was,
But you didn't look.
well, she had her head down.
Oh.
I couldn't see her face.
Well, when you almost did, you like say sorry or excuse me?
I said sorry.
Oh.
And she said excuse me.
Oh.
But I don't know.
And then you said marry me, and then you got down on one knee, and then she said yes.
Is that what I was supposed to do? I wasn't supposed to just leave?
No,
Oh.
we're gonna get you to talk to her.
Okay.
All right,
Whatever
and
you want.
thank you. And the next topic of conversation, this is gonna be real quick. One of our listeners sent us a. I'm sorry, we're boring her right now, everybody.
I'm so tired.
We gotta watch this Duke game tonight too.
I know. I'll be fine once I.
Yeah, we need to get some food into us.
Yeah, I haven't eaten all day.
Although I'm gonna be honest, Coach's is not that good.
Yeah, have you had their turkey burger?
No, it was good.
Because their turkey burger,
Yeah, but
the one I get every time.
Didn't it light your butthole on fire? Wasn't it real hot?
I mean, it's hot, but it didn't.
Okay.
No.
It didn't affect you like that.
Uh-uh.
All right, good.
Their appetizers are whack though.
Yeah.
But
I like the pretzels. The pretzels were fine.
I didn't like the cheese.
Oh. See.
But
whatever.
those buffalo chicken sliders I had the first time we went, those were good.
Because those nachos were trash.
So were the chili
chili
cheese, the chili cheese fries? No,
We gotta talk to them.
we do.
But Kaylee got girlfriends over there too, so hopefully.
Oh my god, I do.
Hopefully.
I do not, and that is not because that is not my type. She's a switch, and I don't know.
A switch.
Yeah,
I did see that on somebody's Instagram.
yeah, she's a switch. It's she can do both.
I thought you said you would date a switch.
I probably would. Well, yeah, I probably would. It depends on how masculine they are when they're like, if they're like a switch that's just like femme and then like athletic.
Yeah.
I can do that, but like a switch that's like femme and then a top, no, I can't do
Or
that.
like femme sometimes, and then some days she'll wear like a tux. Would you be okay with that?
No,
Okay.
no,
What about like a pantsuit?
yeah.
Okay. And heels.
Well, it wouldn't have to be heels, but yeah,
Chucks.
yeah. I mean that's fine. Athletic, like I'm okay with like athletic.
Got it.
Like we could go play softball together. Like I'd be fine with that.
This just got really gay.
Have you met me?
Gonna go play softball together. Ladies, if you're interested, like,
Yeah.
we're all gonna go play softball
We can
together.
go play softball. Have you ever played softball?
No!
No, you were a basketball guy.
I was a basketball gay. I played golf too. I was a golf gay. Shout out to what's
I
her
played
face?
basketball.
What's her face? What's her name?
Who? Oh, Tisha?
Shout out to Tisha.
Ooh.
Shout it out.
Tisha? Something like
She's
that.
she's a pro golfer, and
She's on TikTok. You should check her out because I do. And then I send them to her.
Yep.
All
Yeah, I
right.
played golf, and then I played volleyball until you had to start wearing spandex. And then I was like, nobody needs to see. Because I would have looked like a football player with a pad in my spandex. I used to wear pads for the longest time. I ain't even ashamed of it. Okay?
Ugh.
Did you know my mom counted one time when I was playing basketball? Not how many points, how many times I picked the pad off of my ass cheek because it stuck. 32 times. 32 times. 32 times. That is a problem with pads. Even with wings, they flip up. They get all crumbled. I had to start learning how to wear tampons. So, fun fact, FF for you friends out there. Yep, this got real personal. 32 times. That's gonna be when we make our t-shirts, we're just gonna put
friends.
we're gonna put he's a girl, and then on the back it's gonna say 32. And then we're gonna have our logo at the bottom. I think it's a great idea.
T-shirts, I thought we were getting hoodies.
Oh, hoodies. Whatever, bitch. Same idea.
Listen,
you know what I mean.
Listen, they're hoodies, lesbians and hoodies. When I get a girlfriend, she's gonna be hooked up with all the hoodies because I have like 30 hoodies. So, just throwing that out there.
I don't let mine take anymore. She's taken enough.
Yeah.
And I don't get them back.
Cody looked at my closet the other day and he was like, "Wow, your next girlfriend is gonna just be overwhelmed with hoodies."
With hoodies. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so the next topic we're going to talk about.
Yeah, we got completely off track.
We always do. Actually, somebody messaged me and was like, "You guys are all over the place." And I was like, "Okay, well, yeah. What do you need?"
I have ADHD, so I don't know what you want me to tell you.
What do you mean? I think it's hilarious. If you stick on track too much, it gets boring.
I mean, and this is just how we are.
Yeah, this is how we talk.
This is just...
I don't know. You're just going to have to get over
Welcome
it.
to our friendship.
Exactly. Shorty has his back legs out. You see it over there?
Yeah.
Quit being weird. Shorty!
He's hoeing right now. What you mean? He's like, come get this.
He like, look back at it, bro. All right, so...
In front of the heater and everything. He
that.
warming them cheeks.
He loves that heater, man. Why he gotta be warming his cheeks? Oh. All right, so the next topic is gonna be real quick. One of our listeners, she messaged us an article about Mayor Pete not being gay enough to run for president. And in the article, it kind of talks about how, you know, he's kind of a straight-laced white guy. He wears chinos. He's not, there's no stereotypical gay aspect about him. And I was like, he fucking wears chinos. What fucking straight guy wears chinos? Like, I mean,
right.
I'm just saying, like, who's put together like that? He's put together. Very few straight men, especially in the Midwest, are put together like that.
Listen, my dads are gay, and their style sense would not, quote unquote, meet the gay, like, stereotype.
Yeah, Johnny especially.
Actually, my dad's worse than
Is
Johnny. It? Johnny has more style than my dad.
No, but I mean, like, under the radar. Like,
oh, for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Johnny, if I saw Johnny, I would be like...
Right.
Yeah,
Till you talk to him, and then the gay just...
it just comes out.
It just... yeah.
No, but they sent this article about Mayor Pete not being gay enough, and I was just kind of like, he has sex with his husband.
That is not what you said.
I'm not going to say, because I don't want to offend any gay man, because some gay men don't.
But that's just not what she said. What she said was funnier, but we can't say it. Get out of here, bro. We gotta put this on YouTube. You're gonna get us banned.
Listen, he has sex with men. How does that not make him gay enough? I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know how much gayer you can be.
But, so if you did read the article, it was saying that...
I did read... Why do you keep saying it like that? I read the article.
Oh.
Put it on the wrong side.
No, what was I saying? What was I saying?
If I read the article.
His coming out was much different than someone who, like, went through struggles and you know, I'm
crying.
Babe, basically what the article said was that he didn't go through the same kind of problems that someone would have went through if they came out when they were younger.
Well,
He
not
didn't come out.
going to.
I know. And then they kept apologizing and saying, like, that doesn't mean that people who come out later in life don't go through problems. And it's like, why do you keep saying that? Like, why does it matter when someone comes out? Why does it fucking matter? I'm the type of person, I don't think you should have to do that. I think you should just fucking live your life. But then people that argue that would be like, no, but that's the way straight people do that. Like, that's too. It's like, fuck off, man.
I didn't know there were all these guidelines.
Yeah, what the fuck? Quit putting us in a goddamn box.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez.
I'm too special to be on the box. Bitch.
No, but quit doing that shit, man. He's not gay enough to run for president. I mean,
That doesn't even,
what does that have to do with running for president anyways? You need to look at fucking people's policies on shit. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you one